So in my last video, I spoke about emotions and how it relates to creating your realities. I spoke about how certain emotions may be the reason why your reality is unable to create the reality that you want to live in, right? And I also went over and gave you guys some examples on how you can work through those emotions, those traumas, so on and so forth. Today I want to talk about frequency in relation to how frequency help you create your reality. Frequency to me is the alignment work that you're doing to create the reality, right? The more you align yourself with that reality is the more you're going to operate in the frequency of that reality. What that means is the more you do the internal work, which means working through your emotions, right? Maybe speaking positivity into your life, right? Because that matters. The more you do the outer work, which is maybe if you're trying to start a business, doing some business research, trying to see how you can get funding, like those type of things, right? The more you do the work that's required for you to create that reality that you're trying to create, is the more you're going to operate in that frequency of that reality, right? Because you're aligning yourself with that reality, the universe is going to start aligning you with that reality as well. Today, though, I wanted to talk about frequency and how it relates to relationships and marriages. Before I go any further, I want to say this. I am not talking about one-way street relationships, which means that a relationship where one person is all in and the other person is not. I'm not talking about those types of relationships. Those are not even relationships, right? Like, you shouldn't be wasting your time with anyone that is 1 foot in the house and 1 foot out the door with you. Like, that's a waste of your time. That's a waste of your energy. That's a waste of your resources. That's a waste. So you shouldn't even be entertaining, those types of people, especially at this big age that, some of us are, right? The reason why some of your relationships and marriages are not working is because one or both people are no longer operating in the frequency that they need to operate in to sustain that relationship. What that means is, more than likely, one or both people stop doing the things that they used to do to sustain their relationship. Which means, if you used to take your girl out, you used to go on nice dates, have fun, do all of these beautiful things with her, whatever the case may be, and then a year, maybe 2 years into the relationship, you guys have become homebodies. You don't take her nowhere. You guys don't do anything fun. There's no intimacy in the relationship. A lot of times that is going to lower whatever frequency that it is that you're currently operating in. And that frequency that you're currently operating in may not be enough for you to maintain that relationship. And it goes both ways, right? It could be that your girl, early on, she used to, say little nice things. Hey, babe, I was thinking about you, whatever the case may be. Or she used to send you nice little messages. She used to send you, nice little pictures of herself. Like when she gets her toes done, when she gets her nail done, she send you nice little picture in lingerie, so on and so forth. And all of that stopped after a year or two, or whatever the case may be. Right? You guys used to tease and flirt with each other. All of that stopped after a year or two. A lot of times what will happen is you will stop operating in the frequency that you need to operate in to maintain that relationship. Now, of course, there are other reasons, but I just wanted to give you guys, stuff that, you can relate to. And sometimes for you to continue to operate in the frequency that you need to operate and to maintain your relationship, it might even ask you to evolve. Because as the years go by, people will mature, people will change, right? So you might need to change along for you to be able to operate in that frequency. So when you hear somebody say, I changed and he wasn't willing to change with me, or she wasn't willing to change with me, yeah, they're operating in a different frequency now. And they want you to come and operate closer to their frequency or at their frequency, so that way that you can have that relationship last, so that relationship can move forward. Ask anybody that's been married 10, 15, 20, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, whatever the case may be. Ask any of them. When you first met your partner, your person, whatever the case may be, are things still the same, the exact same as it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? The vast majority of them, if not all of them, would tell you, hell no, things are not the same. The reason being is because the person that you are today is likely not going to be the person that you are a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. The reason being is because you all are evolving in one way or another. So if you are in a relationship and that relationship is calling for you to evolve and you're not evolving, that means that you will likely stop operating in the frequency that you need to operate in for that relationship to continue to work for you. One, for you to be able to maintain and sustain that relationship. Although we are operating in the third dimension, we are fourth dimensional beings. The vast majority of what we're experiencing are spiritual, but we think that it is physical. The reason why a lot of our relationships are not working is because we don't understand ourselves in the spiritual. And I am begging you to start understanding yourselves in the spiritual, because that's what you are. You're a divine energy first, and you're a human being second. That's it.